I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar! A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Oh.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you. By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence!
Who could do this?
Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet,
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all? Shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh? Luis.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
Alright, that is a way to start the game. Okay. I did not think the villain would be shown frame 1. I did not think they would just show the villain frame 1. That's wild. Okay. And he's so clearly evil in that conversation.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest? Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
This is... Oh, wait, so this is actually asking for me, not the main character's name. Okay. Yeah, name the protagonist later. Okay.
Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation? More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds.
Well, that, and also the fact that almost everything, every idea started as a fantasy and a fiction. The idea of man taking flight was a fantasy, and then the Wright brothers were like, hey, Lamau, what if? So, no, I wouldn't say fantasy is limited in any way like that. Like, yeah. Fiction and fantasy by its very nature affects the world.
This must be what you believe. I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest.
Yeah.
Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality.
Like I said, yeah.
Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself, so let this tale begin.
Ooh, the question. Ooh, the question. We're gonna start on normal. I just beat P3R on hard, but we're gonna start on normal, I think, and depending on how this goes, we will up the difficulty from there. P3R was actually much easier than P3 base. It's crazy to think about.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead? Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
Why do we have our own Morgana?
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners! No crown or church will save us!
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter?
A what?
How'd they get one of those?
Come on, hey, keep it moving! Hurry it up! Next one! Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder. So he is. No horns, no knifes. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy. Hold it! Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line. Let's all get stuck like us.
Let's go. Seen this go all over Twitter. Let's fucking go.
I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside.
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Louis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached?
Why do we have a little pixie?
Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
Are you alright?
Oh, he speaks.
And from the sounds of it, you're about the same.
Yo, he speaks. He speaks. Yo, wait a minute. Also, memorandum. What? Oh, we can just access a glossary at all times. Yo, that's mad. Yo, that's mad. Okay, cool. Alright, neat.
You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right?
Who we really?
The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
Who are we really? I 100%.
Make it?
I 100% expected this game to start with the typical pro tag thing of like the mission being told to you and the fairy showing up, but no, it's just like, ah, no, you're already on the journey. Like what? What? Dash, dodge enemy attacks. Some actions you can perform. Corresponding controls are displayed at the bottom. Minimap. Tutorials.
Let's go.
Yo. 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 What?
Stop! Watch out!
L2 to use phase sense. This ability lets you see what Gallica senses in the environment. You see an enemy you have never encountered before. Show up as unknown.
Okay. Strong ones ahead. We gotta be careful. They look pretty tough. Careful now.
Okay. Alright, we're playing Metal Gear Solid.
I think we're in a little over our heads. Stay vigilant.
It's also Water's Day, apparently.
Look. Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
No idea.
Right. What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives.
What is that?
First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center.
Why?
This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die.
Why though?
And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through.
Okay, but why?
We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Right.
Music is playing directly in them. What?
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
Wait, so the battle music we hear in this game, instead of P3 where he's wearing headphones the entire time, music magic. Okay. Sure. Alright. Okay, that's... Sure, music magic, why not?
Look! Over there! Let's go. Got a sec? It's all clear.
I'm not... there's no way... You want me to dodge all of these? Right, well, we're grabbing items.
I don't like this.
That's a big boy.
Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around.
What level? Oh yeah, unknown, because I haven't formed yet. Okay. Okay, those things are bigger in cutscene than they are in game.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia.
The UK, let's go!
The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart. And no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
Whoa, just look!
Whoa.
Oh, we also got to point out how, like, those thugs pointed out that we're the weird ones for having no ears and no knife ears. We're a human and they're like, ah, you're weird, what?
Get on with it, then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
Yeah!
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh,
careful!
Hurry!
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid! Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even.
Really? Elder that rare, or are they just, like, not favorably looked upon?
The capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Clamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey Elder kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
I'ma be real.
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty?
I'ma be real. If being a elder is that bad, why would you not wear a hood? Like, if like you not having knife ears or horns like would stick out like a sore thumb, why not just wear a hood?
They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
The king dead. His son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight?
Little old scholar.
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best. The saint could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt his highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed his highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Okay. Prince is cursed, king is dead. Prince has been cursed for 10 years, apparently.
Hey, are you listening? Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers.
The fact that she's the loading screen icon is great. I want to open the local map. If you're unsure what to do, trust triangle. Ganica always has good ideas. Or so she thinks.
Whatever will I do? Let's go see. Whatever will I do?
Who is saying that? Who is saying that loudly?
Ugh, come off it.
Oh. Oh, okay. Elder is seen as evil outcasts. All right. Oh, she is definitely a character. She is definitely a character that'll show up later. Oh, I can see. I can tell.
So you.
Okay, you can tell who is going to be a party member or at least an important character later on.
Amazing.
And what is it?
Just looking at who sticks out when you walk past, you can see who's going to be a thing. That's 2 characters right there that's going to be a thing.
An elder? Here? Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
Now I want one for myself.
Yeah, until you see the price tag. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an Elden child. Are you new to our fair city? Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies.
Are you not an elder?
Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter? Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
How much is it?
You're not really going to fall for that, are you? How would you even know what the royal scepter looks like to begin with? You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty.
Oh, I say a
Passed down
ribcage.
through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic. World-shattering power. More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead. With no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
Oh, I don't think I'll be here long.
A word of caution then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Well, that was unnecessarily ominous. She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
But I like the locals. I think the locals look cool.
Let's head there. All right then.
What is this? What do I get?
Whoa.
It's a church. Okay, cool. Any obvious important characters on this side of the road?
Hey, mister.
Elden rubbish.
Oh, racist ass motherfucker. Nope, no obvious important characters on this side of the road. No, I guess it's the poor man's side.
An elder? Here? Oh. Give it a thought, I say. Who else could it be?
All right.
Also, no one seems to care about the ferry. No one seems to care about the ferry just floating around.
You there?
Hey, sorry.
Large burn downstream to the left.
I'm out of ideas.
I'm keeping my eyes out for very clear party members. Like, there's no way we just run into two like that and it's like not a thing. That motherfucker tall, Jesus.
That's wrong, though.
Madam, what did I literally just say about me looking around?
Elden rubbish. Excellent.
That's wrong.
No, okay, well, just those two then, I guess. Those two and Elf Lady that was in the opening cutscene.
Elden rubbish.
Dear me!
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead. Okay, you got this.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country.
Thanks, bro.
Mark my words. War will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore.
Wow.
I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Based.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up. An elder? I thought your kind was long gone. Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those. So, what brings you to enlist?
Oh, just bored. Okay. Want to fight for change, I guess.
I want to fight for real change.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no? So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
Oh, okay. I got a sharp mind. I'm a smart boy.
I've got a sharp mind.
Yes, you and every unschooled troglodyte. Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Is it that easy to join the army? Damn. No wonder Americans do it. Alright. Well, I know his canon name is Will, so... Actually, is it... I'm pretty sure it is 2 L's, but let me just double check. Because you never know, they might spell it weird as a fantasy thing, like W-Y-L. Nope, yeah, Will. Just normal ass English Will. Alright.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Look at little fairy girl. Look at her. Just chilling down there. Does no one see her? Does no one else know she's there?
Yes! I'm sure you heard about the monster sightings, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment. You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now.
We get commission?
Next.
What's the world coming to?
Yeah, I heard elders are bad. Where'd you hear that? Oh, from my religion, but you wouldn't know that because you don't follow it. It's like, well, alright. I guess. We wouldn't follow your religion, especially if they badmouth us. My guy. Hey, obvious party member.
Whoa.
Hey, you know Okami, how you going?
Well.
Okay, so we have like the offspring between Aegis and Makoto. We have Yu no Okami right here just vibing. Persona boys, let's go.
I heard they get sightings.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that. What did they call them? Something like, human...
Next! Another Clamar. Wait. No. You don't look like the others. Surely not. An elder? It's the first of your kind I've seen.
Move it. There's a priority around here. We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Waste of good gear. It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
Brute force and crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Rousseau strength?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Sorry for making a scene. You all right?
Yeah, I'm cool, thanks you. How you doing?
Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
Just felt like stepping in. Don't worry about it. Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
Alright, first party member, let's go.
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, your igniter.
Cinder Ignite, I assume that's fire magic.
These days, most come with their own magna crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving. And take this too. Protect it with your life.
Wow, that's a real map. It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger, and as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command. I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards. Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
I notice it tells me the
All the
temperature.
recruits. They really are desperate for new blood.
I notice it tells me the temperature as well as the date. Is the temperature going to factor in?
Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him. Well, The charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow. Hey. You awake?
Nope, I'm asleep.
I'm asleep. Good night.
Very funny. Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep. I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still. When you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
Yeah, it's been worse.
It never gets easier.
Yeah, I could tell. Try to put it behind you, okay? Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
They what? None of the who?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but still, the prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Sure, I guess.
I gotta say, I've been curious. Thanks. It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over.
You would think. You would think. You would think.
In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Whoa. I see. No magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy.
It does.
But it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world.
It do.
Are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
Sure, I would like to save.